Welcome to my $100,000 stock experiment, Sell Rules, episode number 4. I'm sharing my stock journey as I practice and develop my sell rules. This isn't an endorsement to purchase any stocks that I've bought, nor is it an endorsement to purchase stocks in general. I've had suggestions for topics for upcoming episodes, so I will be doing episodes on the following 3, and as I get more ideas, I'll be adding more episodes to be determined also. Keep an eye out for episodes on picking stocks, refining sell rules, and how to enter a trade order. Weeks 8 and 9, I'm going to be showing together. There was no real gain or loss for week 8. I didn't have any money to purchase stuff, so I didn't make any purchases and I didn't make any sells. But in week 9, I did sell 2 stocks in what we call a round trip, which is basically where you sell the stock for around the same price as you purchased the stock, whereas you did have gains before that you could have taken and you did not. So it's not a good scenario, but I'm learning as I go along with you, and I hope that you can get some insights from the charts that I'm going to be showing. This is the first stock that I sold, Interactive Brokers Group. And let's see, the dashed green bar is my purchase price. So I purchased it on 4/23 for $73.80, and I've highlighted the section that's sort of showing where I would have been purchasing it in the orange bar. So you can just imagine lines across there, but in the orange intersection, the orange bar and the dash green bar is where I purchased it. And then the red dash bar at the bottom is where I sold it. And again, that little dot is the day I sold it. That's the closing price dot. That just happens to be where the chart shows up. And that orange highlighted area shows you the bar where I sold it. I took a loss of $567 in this stock when I sold it on 6/4. I put the blue box in there because I'm refining my sell rules, and I think that somewhere in that box is probably where I should have sold it. That green line is the 10-day moving average, and when that started to decline and the stock had dropped below that, I think I should have sold. The pink line is the 25-day moving average, and the red diagonal line is the 50-day moving average. So this is a chart that I took from Fidelity's Active Trader Pro program, and it lets me annotate the chart, and I thought it was a good way to give you a representation of what the chart looked like when I bought and when I sold. This is another chart for Interactive Brokers. This is a 3-month chart that I took 7 weeks after I sold Interactive Brokers. So you can see I still have my green dash line and my red dash line and my orange boxes where I bought and sold this stock. And then you can see that it has continued to go down. It dropped below its 50-day and its 25-day moving average, and it's right about the 10-day moving average down there at 62.66. So even though I took a loss, I got out of this stock before it dropped even further. The second stock I sold was WHD, and this was sort of a sad sale because the week before I had gotten a notification that it had gone up. I guess it was 2 weeks before. I got a notification that it went up and hit that 25% mark, and then it proceeded to tank. So I was determined not to take a total loss on this. So I made about 1% in this stock. 169 is my profit, where I could have had a lot more. Again, you can see the green dash bar is where I purchased it with the orange overlay, and the red dash bar is where I sold it again with the orange overlay. And I put that blue box where it peaked at its 10-day moving average, and that's probably what would have been the perfect time to get out of this stock. This is the 3-month Cactus chart 7 weeks after I sold it, and you can see where I purchased it with the green dash and the orange box, and where I sold it, the red dash and the orange box. And then you can see that it did go up a little bit. It came back down to that price that I sold it at, the 30.05, and then it went back up. And it did hit that high again right around 37. And once it hit that, it dropped again. So I am not disappointed that I got out of this stock. I am disappointed that I didn't take my profit at the right time, but I did get some profit, and then I just move on. Also note that the 10-day moving average is only slightly above the 25-day, and the 25-day moving average and the 50-day moving average are together. And that's not something that I want to see in a stock that I'm holding. I want to see those bars moving apart, which means it's accelerating faster in the last 25 days than it has in the last 50 days. So here's the overview of my holdings at the end of week 9. I have a total of 8 stocks because I sold 2. And you can see that Tandem is just kicking ass. Veronis is holding steady from the last week, but was up slightly from 2 weeks ago. And the other ones are bouncing around a little bit. The benchmark is showing that my portfolio is continuing to outperform the S&P 500 by right now approximately $10,000. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my next episode.